lovely morning to your viewers, and I welcome you to our Wednesday edition of the ICU TV Breakfast Show, coming to you live on ICU TV from Chalala, Shantumbu Road. I'm your host, Amina Motambo.
And of course, thank you so much for joining us this morning. I am Misha Kinjakwa Edgars, and don't forget to be interactive in the comment section and tell us where you're watching us from.
We have a lot to unpack for you today, but right now let's get into what we have on our headline pick. HH Boko call for industrialization and stronger inter-Africa trade. Government constitutes board for National Health Research and Training Institute. ICU launches second cohort of artisanal mining training. Zanusu welcomes the school feeding program. And a stolen newborn found abandoned in Kafue. And moving on, we'll have our health and fitness segment, and we'll jump onto our social media trends. And on our sports segment, we have the Zambia edge Eswatini 2-1 at Kosafa Women's Cup. We take a short break. Coming up, we delve deep into our story pick. Stay tuned.
The Information and Communications University is complementing government effort in promoting legal and safe mining for all Zambians. ICU is offering a short practical training course to artisanal and small-scale miners and those who intend to venture into mining. This training covers identification of rocks and minerals, mining operations and equipment, health and safety in mining, environmental protection, licensing and compliance, qualifications, National Registration Card NRC. Apply now at www.icuzambia.net. For more information, contact the ICU School of Mines, Department of Artisanal and Small-Scale Mining at +260 763 302 596 or +260 973 263 492. For analysis of mineral samples, contact the ICU School of Mines Laboratory at +260 973 263 492 or +260 977 833 434.
Thank you so much for joining us this morning for the ICU TV Breakfast Show. And in the stories that are making headlines in Zambia and beyond, Zambia and Botswana have called for stronger African-led economic growth following the launch of the Kazungula Bridge Authority in Kasane. President Hakainde Hichilema and Botswana President Duma Boko say the bridge must drive a regional trade, value addition and industrialization across the continent. We have more in the following report.
Zambia and Botswana have called for African-led economic growth during the launch of the Kazungula Bridge Authority in Kasane, Botswana. President Hakainde Hichilema described the Kazungula Bridge as a shared regional asset that goes beyond infrastructure, linking Zambia, Botswana, and the wider Southern African region. He noted that truck traffic is expected to increase from 400 to 1,000 trucks per day, stressing that increased trade must translate into real economic value, improved efficiency, and business growth for communities on both sides of the border.
Our ambition is to get to 1,000 trucks per day. That will translate into more goods passing through here. That will translate into other things such as spending. Just those who move the trucks do spend money around this place. So Kasane, Kazungula will begin to thrive more than what it is today. That's a bigger picture.
Meanwhile, Botswana President Duma Boko called for the value addition and industrialization across Africa. He said the continent must process its own minerals, strengthen local industries, and boost intra-African trade through stronger regional integration.
Finance to be mobilized and deployed in the service of development and transformation. We must raise the finance. We must provide environments that conduce to the deployment of the finance. And finance will not wait on us. We need to move with dispatch so that finance can descend into the praxis, into the real economy and power industries.
The Kazungula Bridge links Zambia and Botswana across the Zambezi River and is seen as a key getaway for trade in the Southern African region. For ICU TV News, I'm Miriam Deborah Gamani.
You're still watching ICU TV Breakfast Show, and talking of bilateral relations, looking at the bridge that has been built, I think this bridge will bring more of a regional trade, more of industrialization across the continent. What's your thought on it?
Exactly, and I like the fact that our Republican president is investing more in bilateral and multilateral relations to boost economic sector, tourism, and above all, the road network system, which is of our benefit.
I agree. On to our next story. The government of Zambia, through the Ministry of Health, has constituted a board of directors for the National Health Research and Training Institute, formerly the Tropical Diseases Research Center, in a move aimed at strengthening health research, professional training, and evidence-based policy development in the country. More in the following reports.
Which is the announcement of the Board of Directors for the National Health Research Training Institute. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure this afternoon to inform the nation that the Board of Directors for the National Health Research Training Institute, formerly known as the Tropical Disease Research Center, has now been duly constituted and is in place to provide oversight and strategic guidance to the Institute. The National Health Research and Training Institute in Zambia was established under the National Health Research and Training Institute Act 2024, Act number 13 of 2024. This development marks a significant milestone in our continued effort to strengthen health research and training in Zambia. The National Health Research Training Institute plays a critical role in advancing scientific knowledge, building the capacity of our health professionals.
And now, the Information and Communications University has launched its second cohort of the short practical training program for artisanal and small-scale mining, with participants already undergoing hands-on lessons in mineral identification and environmental and social impact assessments aimed at promoting safe, sustainable, and profitable mining. Our reporter, Meshek Fune, gives us more in the following report.
The Information and Communications University ICU has officially launched the second cohort of its practical training program for artisanal and small-scale miners, as well as aspiring entrants into the Zambian mining sector. This two-week program, conducted under the ICU School of Mines through the Department of Artisanal and Small-Scale Mining, has attracted participants from across the country eager to formalize and strengthen their mining knowledge. During the opening session, facilitators highlighted that the training is designed to improve safety standards, productivity and sustainability among small-scale miners who play a critical role in Zambia's mining value chain.
As do's and don'ts of how to handle the substances that deplete the ozone layer. Remember the ozone layer that we discussed about.
Students say they are learning the much-needed skills and information that will prepare them for success in the mining industry.
I'm learning the technical knowledge, and then next week we're going to get the practical knowledge of it. So, very important. When I got here, obviously there are certain things that I knew I was going to learn, and others that I am just getting.
ICU has reaffirmed its commitment to building capacity in the artisanal mining sector, empowering miners with practical skills, and promote responsible, profitable mining practices. Reporting for ICU TV in Lusaka, I am Mfune Mishek. And of course, there you have it. The Information and Communications University ICU has got you covered. And in case you're just an aspiring miner, it is always important to understand the environment under which you are working. You know, mining is quite a sensitive activity. You might be using your excavators and you do not know the implications, the environmental effects, and the effect of those activities on people.
And also just how to go about the process of the mining, because through these the artisanal small scale mining training, learners are equipped with knowledge, just like you said, on the environmental side, on the minerals, and how to handle equipment, and how to differentiate the minerals on ground.
And it's always important to understand the legal aspect of everything. You need to understand that the Republic of Zambia is a country that has got legislative powers in all sectors. So you might be mining and you might not know the exact procedures that you're supposed to take in order for you to have a successful mining activity. And then to just make mention, it's important for you, our viewer, to make sure that you are a certified and qualified miner. We've seen a lot of this in the artisanal mining, and just a few days ago, a 23-year-old man was buried alive, which is quite unfortunate. So we encourage you to come through to ICU to just learn. We do not want you to die.
Be a legal miner.
Be a legal miner.
A certified durable.
Exactly.
And remember, you're still watching the ICU TV Breakfast Show Wednesday edition. Please do get interactive in our comment section on Facebook, that's ICU TV, YouTube, that's ICU TV as well. For now, we take a short break. We bring you more stories after the break.
We are the dreamers reaching for the sky. At ICU, together we will rise. With knowledge and passion, we aim to achieve a future so bright, with more to believe. We're building
are the best graduating students, masters in the School of Humanities. Hi, I'm Genea Moyo, and I am ICU.
Thank you so much for staying tuned, and it is a pleasure to have you in our company. We continue with the breakfast show. The Zambia National Student Union, ZANASU, has welcomed the launch of the school feeding program, calling it a major boost for learner welfare and academic performance. Now, ZANASU Congress Chairperson Innocent Nshindano has praised President Hakainde Hichilema for promoting a supportive learning environment and urged that the program can be included in the law formalizing free education to ensure its stability. More in this report.
On behalf of ZANASU, I just want to commend government on the launching of the school feeding program. This is very commendable by government, and I just want to thank President Hakainde Hichilema for committing to his promises to ensuring that education is accessed by every learner through different means. Also, I just want to commend government on the free education that is currently ongoing, and I just want to urge government, as they normalize free education into law, the school feeding program should be something that should be in the framework, and I emphasize should be in the framework. While I acknowledge that yes, there will be challenges that will be encountered with the feeding program as well as free education, which we have seen, it's one step at a time, and we should commend government where it's due, and for that we'd just like to commend government.
And there you have it. With the new introduction of the feeding program, just on Monday, President Hakainde Hichilema was at Kablonga Boys to, and it was something interesting because the boys were served by the president himself.
Exactly. I loved the gesture of just seeing the president,
serving
with the action, like he's reaffirming the fact that, you know what, I am your buddy.
Indeed, he is our buddy, and we saw excitement with the students, and I think this is a great initiative that's also keeping the students in school, because some might not be going to school because of hunger, or they might be thinking of what they'll have at break time, or staying long hours in school because you want to study prep time. But now with the meals coming, with the introduction of the meals, students are kept in school.
And I would really, really love to re-echo what the Zanasu Congress chairperson, Mr. Innocent Nshindano said. It'll be great if we can have this, with a legal backup, whereby even as the government is, pushing and trying to see to it that the free education is enacted into law. It's only right that even the feeding program is done the same.
I agree. Moving on to our next story, a newborn baby who was stolen from the neonatal ward at Kafue General Hospital has been found abandoned in Shikoswe Township and safely reunited with his mother. According to the Zambia Police Service Deputy Public Relations Officer Chipo Kaitisha, the infant was discovered around 05 hours on February 24, 2026 by a woman identified as Fides Piri. Miss reported that she heard a baby crying from an area covered with short grass while walking to work, and immediately alerted a passerby before reporting the matter to Shikoshokwe Police Post. The police officers responded swiftly and rushed the baby to Kafue General Hospital for medical attention. After medical checks confirmed the child was stable. The infant was reunited with his mother. Police have since commended Ms. Piri for her alertness and prompt action, which led to the safe recovery of the newborn. Investigations into the theft from the hospital are ongoing. Your comments on this?
I don't really like the fact that such cases are on the rise. And how do you just get to place yourself in such a position? Like, where is humanity?
Why are you going to the hospital just to steal someone's child, a newborn baby, just to go dump them, like just to leave them uncared for, no proper surrounding?
It's really
very inhumane.
And I'm calling upon the Lord to just see to it that justice prevails, because we do not really understand that life begins at conception. So I don't entirely the situation of just having the babies, the children vulnerable. It's really something that should be dealt with by the law.
I agree. And now we cross over to South Africa. The Table Mountain, which rises above Cape Town with breathtaking views, rich biodiversity, and panoramic scenes of the Atlantic coastline. The landmark remains one of South Africa's top tourist attractions, drawing hikers, nature lovers, and adventure seekers from around the world. Miriam takes us through to the Table Mountain in Cape Town.
The Table Mountain in Cape Town is one of the most recognized natural landmarks in the world. Rising above the city with its distinct flat-topped peak, the Table Mountain is a major tourism attraction and a symbol of South Africa's natural heritage. The site draws thousands of visitors each year, contributing significantly to the local economy. Tourists access the site through scenic hiking trails and a cableway that offers beautiful views of the castle line and the city below. The Table Mountain is also home to an incredible diversity of flora and over 1,400 species of plants found nowhere else on Earth, making it a globally important biodiversity hotspot. Beyond its natural beauty, Table Mountain plays a significant role in adventure and ecotourism. Activities such as rock climbing and guided nature walks attract both local and international visitors, creating jobs and supporting small businesses in the region. The surrounding area adds even more appeal. The pristine beaches of Clifton and Camps Bay offer sun, surf, and water sports, while the Atlantic Ocean provides opportunities for boat cruise, whale watching, among others. Visitors can also explore nearby landmarks like the Cape of Good Hope, which we did explore. the botanical gardens and scenic castle drives, making the entire region a hub for both relaxation and adventure. The Table Mountain highlights the province's strong tourism sector and its role in economic development. Conservation initiatives ensure that tourism growth is balanced with environmental preservation, while the surrounding Table Mountain National Park provides additional recreational opportunities from beach access to historical sites. This unique blend of nature, culture, adventure and castle beauty continues to make Table Mountain a cornerstone of the Western Cape's identity and a key driver of sustainable tourism. Africa is indeed endued with rich natural sites and resources, and ICU TV is glad to have been part of this view.
That was ICU TV's Miriam Deborah Gamani. And one thing that you need to know, in case you've never been to South Africa or any other place, trust the ICU TV's team to take you there. And right about now, we are going to go on a very good set of commercials, and coming up is health and other segments. And don't forget to tell us where you're watching us from and what is for breakfast. Stay tuned.
We kickstart your day with our headline pick with the top stories making news.
Then we go deeper in our story pick, where we break down issues that matter the most to you.
From the Health Desk, we share simple tips to keep you healthy and informed.
For plus a fitness minute to get your body moving before the day begins.
And trending now, what's hot on social media?
Hello Zambia, my name is Amina Mutambo.
And I am Moluwa Eric J. Mwanamujende, and we bring to your screens the ICU TV Breakfast Show. The Information and Communications University is complementing government effort in promoting legal and safe mining for all Zambians. ICU is offering a short practical training course to artisanal and small-scale miners and those who intend to venture into mining. This training covers identification of rocks and minerals, mining operations and equipment, health and safety in mining, environmental protection, licensing and compliance. Qualifications: National Registration Card NRC. Apply now at www.icuzambia.net. For more information, contact the ICU School of Mines, Department of Artisanal and Small-Scale Mining at +260 763 302 596 or +260 973 263 492. For analysis of mineral samples, contact the ICU School of Mines Laboratory at +260 973 263 492 or +260 977 833 434.
You're still watching the ICU TV Breakfast Show with me, your host, Mishek Njakwa Edgars. And thank you so much for letting us be in your company this morning. And right about now, we are talking on all things health. And I am joined by a very special guest, Engineer Oscar Hamangaba, I beg your pardon, a trained water engineer who has taken an unconventional career path, and he's turned personal skills into real opportunities, earning a living while staying relevant in today's fast-changing world. Stay tuned right about now as we explore his journey and just learning from him on how best we can live with clean water. Good morning, sir.
Morning, sir. How are you?
I'm good, thank you, sir. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Tell us, how was the journey getting to our studios?
Not bad.
Great.
It's actually within the area.
So before we get into we dive into our conversation, you are an engineer, a water engineer by profession, but you've done a lot. You are into the entertainment. How are you just blending the two?
Well, I believe creativity has no limit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So regardless of my career as a water engineer,
mm-hmm.
I've actually studied power electrical engineering as well,
mm-hmm.
and I've done a few business courses.
Mm-hmm.
So I've had time. I actually used to do these things while studying my course back at college. In my free time, I would study extra other few things to add on whatever it is that I'm learning.
Interesting. Interesting. I think my director, Madam Chakoveva Komsonda, will agree that we need another arrangement so that we can have some career talk from you, sir.
It will be my pleasure.
Awesome. So let's get into it. The country is at a risk of, the annual cholera outbreak, which is due to floods, and water systems are not as clean because they are affected by the floods. So, speaking from an engineer, a water engineer's point of view, how can we make sure that we still maintain the clean reticulation of water in our homes?
Thank you. Well, that is true. As observed, we do have flood issues in Zambia, particularly here in Zambia.
Yes.
And areas that are not only highly populated, even low populated areas are having floods. Like Kamala South, you find a lot of water not being drained anywhere. So that problem begins at an individual level, and equally sorting it out begins at an individual level. You as an individual, what practices of water safety are you doing? Yes. For example, littering is one cause of drainage blockage. When people are littering plastic bottles, the drainage systems have been put, thanks to the government of today. We do have at least good drainage systems, but the people, the citizens, you find that they are littering, and some of these things can be as a result of poor leadership within the community and low sensitization on the consequences of individual actions.
That's a powerful way of looking at it, and you've mentioned something that has just caught my attention right now. So, as a professional water engineer and as someone who has done a number of programs, how have you, or what are some of the ways that we can use in order to see to it that sensitization is, successful, beginning from community level?
Yes, thank you. To begin with, as a professional, as you put it,
yes.
Personally, I would whenever I see a situation, I want to see whether it's if it's in a rural setup, I want to see whether it's a poor, shallow well, which they are using as a water source, which is a problem, or if it's in an urban setup, whether it's the poor distribution system. Yes.
Awesome. And before we quickly wrap up this conversation, are there any skills that you can maybe just now impart into our viewer right here and right now that they can perform at home in order to see to it that they can maintain the safe drinking water? It's not always that we get to buy our water.
No.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you for that. It's an important thing. Like I earlier mentioned, sanitation begins at an individual level. As a person, as an individual, what you do matters.
Oh, yeah.
So as they say, water is life.
Definitely.
However, water can also be a host of many disease and bacteria. It's prone to infections. That is why there is always this process of purifying it and trying to disinfect each time there is accessible water. So as individuals, we should always remember that water is prone to infections. There are a few things you can do in any setup. First of all, communicate. Talk about water-related issues, waste management issues. And then nowadays we have youths active on social media. That is one skill which we can put into action. Of course, they're doing a lot of dancing, but I think if they used their social media time to conduct awareness, for example, a youth who is based in Charala will influence youths that are in Kawata or in another province entirely by just shooting a short video on how they are keeping their water clean. For example, putting up where it's public, you put up water hand washing stations. In villages, you do tippy taps and just picking up litter, ensuring that there is accessible water everywhere, just the way the environmentalists have put waste bins almost everywhere where you can discard trash. Even water has to be accessible like that almost at every point a person goes. There should be such. In as much as our water is purified and all that, as it moves in distribution, there are many things that happen. For example, leaks. A leak can actually introduce infection to the water that has been purified.
True.
So reporting leaks should be one of the things that you, as youths and individuals, will do, so that the water management people can actively come and attend. And when you observe such things, ensure that you boil water, because a leak that has happened will now be bringing contaminated water to your house.
Sure.
So as youths, practice leadership. Leadership is a skill. Don't just watch because your neighbor has done that. I'll just watch. Be a leader, practice leadership, communication, and people will start following because we are influenced by one another most.
Definitely.
Yes, it's your friend littering, tell them to pick it up. Yes, you see someone just grabbing food anyhow, you show leadership. Leadership is everywhere in business. Businesses can't run when the CEO is not a good leader. Our lives won't be better if we are not leaders.
Sure.
Yes.
And leadership is something that has been highly pronounced in his presentation just now. And do not forget, you are still watching us on ICU TV's Breakfast Show. We come to you every Monday, Wednesday, as well as Friday. Feel free, in case you've got a question, feel free to type it in the comment section, and Engineer Oscar right here and right now we will respond. So, Engineer, how can creativity meet sanitation?
Okay, so talking about creativity, I think I've mentioned a few points that can relate there. For example, using social media to sensitize. It will influence a lot of people to be aware and take good care of their water and whatever it is that they have. We have limited access to a lot of things, especially in this area of Africa. Some things are limited. So when you are creative, like putting up, when you can't access the tap water, you put up bucket and tap. Those are, you can easily be bought at the mall. You can do all those things that will help you have water everywhere. And when, like I mentioned, there's a problem with your pipeline and you've noticed, be creative. Start boiling water instead of drinking it anyway. That is creativity. A community cleanup you organize. Here as students, you have a population. It's almost like a community of its own. So you organize a Sunday where you can just go around, check, and pick up waste. Picking waste is not something to look down.
Definitely.
It's something you should be proud of doing.
Sure.
Because it keeps your surrounding clean. Waste and water are very much related. Yes, waste can contaminate your water.
Engineer, thank you so much for making time to visit our studios and just sharing on how best we can have clean water amid floods.
Thank you so much for having me.
We're looking forward to having you on another show.
Thank you so much. To be my pleasure.
Thank you so much. That was Engineer Oscar joining us in studio at ICU TV, where we have the ICU TV Breakfast Show coming to you every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We're taking a break just now, and coming up is more details on the show.
We kickstart your day with our headline pick with the top stories making news.
Then we go deeper in our story pick, where we break down issues that matter the most to you.
From the Health Desk, we share simple tips to keep you healthy and informed.
For Classic Fitness Minute to get your body moving before the day begins.
And trending now, what's hot on social media?
Hello Zambia, my name is Amina Mutambo.
And I am Moluwa Eric J. Mwalamujende, and we bring to your screens the ICU TV Breakfast Show.
Dreamers reaching for the sky. At ICU, together we will rise. With knowledge and passion, we aim to achieve a future so bright, with more to believe. We're building
Are the best graduating students, masters in the School of Humanities. Hi, I'm Genea Moyo, and I am ICU. Good Lord.
Thank you so much. I remember you are still watching the ICU TV Breakfast Show. Remember, we are on your screens every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So we were talking all things clean water with Engineer Oscar, and I must say he has offloaded quite a number of activities, and let's see to it that we shun littering and let's avoid discarding our refuse in drainages, because those are one of the major sources of flooding, which in turn contaminates our water systems.
They do. So make sure after you buy something to eat, keep your package. If at all you have a backpack, put it in your backpack. Wait until you find a trash bin somewhere, or until you get home, so that you're able to dispose of the trash. We do not want you littering around, because at the end of it, or we're the same people that will come back and say the government should come in and block the drainages, but initially we're the people blocking the drainages. Yes.
Definitely, and right about now we are diving into your favorite segment, what is trending on social media. And in case you've got a trending story, feel free to paste that link in the comment section and we'll review it right here and right now.
We will. What do we have today on what's trending on social media?
So we have it hot, and it's been hot on the streets of Facebook.
It's been making rounds.
And TikTok. It's been making rounds where we have a named podcast. Due to copyrights, we're going to withhold the name of the podcast, and we have quite a familiar face in the entertainment industry, and you'll be able to see him on the screen right now. He made remarks about women and how
attacking the students specifically.
Yes, specifically, and how he prefers students to older people.
Students. Well, I won't say much, but this is something very controversial, and also students, let's ensure to take care of ourselves, because some things don't just come from without. It's something people are experiencing and they're having it firsthand. So ensure to take care of yourselves, be safe, and let's know what we go to school for.
Exactly, because at the end of the day, you need to know where you are coming from. And these institutions, colleges, universities, and for some even workplaces, they're just stations where you meet for a few moments, and those few moments could be years. So make sure you spend your time in university wisely. Remember, the person that you are considering to say, no, this is my person, might not be looking at you in the same way. And
I agree.
The same person in question, his name is Matthias. He has issued an apology, though the apology hasn't been taken lightly.
Yes, no, it hasn't by the public, because it's more of a backlash, and then they're just not happy. It's more of an apology
Yeah. So, what do you think? Did he make those remarks because he wanted numbers,
or it's something that's in happening?
I think this is where our viewer now comes in. What do you think, in case you followed this story? Was he making these remarks for numbers, or is it what it is on the actual grounds? What do you think?
I think it's both. It's a two-way thing. Yes, it is a two-way thing.
I saw a certain blogger that, and I will withhold the name again, that said it's always women, and I'm glad that I'm with a woman right now. It's always women playing the victim cards. What do you say about the victim card?
Well, you know how we have the gender equity and equality? Well, yes, we women do play the victim, but because men also receive or get commentary on certain things, but they never come out as strong as we do. Yes, so no, we don't.
I like that. No, we don't. And still on what's trending on social media, we have the Sort Sana slogan is still making rounds on social media.
Yes, it is. And even when the president was at Kablonga Boys on Monday, he still did the Sort Sana, and now we can see everyone is making use of the Sort Sana. So what are you waiting for? Now if you're not quite ICU TV ni Sort Sana.
Sort Sana, and definitely if you're salt, there's no taste.
Make sure you add salt to your food and add some taste to it.
Definitely. You are still watching the ICU TV Breakfast Show, and feel free to get interactive in the comment section, and we'll take a break, and coming up is more on the other side.
The Information and Communications University is complementing government effort in promoting legal and safe mining for all Zambians. ICU is offering a short practical training course to artisanal and small-scale miners and those who intend to venture into mining. This training covers identification of rocks and minerals, mining operations and equipment, health and safety in mining, environmental protection, licensing and compliance. Qualifications: National Registration Card NRC. Apply now at www.icuzambia.net. For more information, contact the ICU School of Mines, Department of Artisanal and Small-Scale Mining at +260 763 302 596 or +260 973 263 492. For analysis of mineral samples, contact the ICU School of Mines Laboratory at +260 973 263 492 or +260 977 833 434.
Thank you for still staying with us. You're still watching the Wednesday edition of the ICU TV Breakfast Show live on ICU TV. That's on Facebook and YouTube. That's ICU TV. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel as well as follow our Facebook page Let's get interactive in the comment section. Now we go on to our sports segment. And yet again, I'm joined by our sports analyst, Mr. Stephen Mwape. Good morning, Mr. Stephen.
Good morning, Madam Tambo.
How are you?
Good, thank you. How's
the morning? Oh, interesting. How's the morning going?
The morning is going fine. How is the morning going?
It's going great. So today we talk about Zambia beating Eswatini. Yes, so Zambia beat Eswatini 2-1 at the COSAFA Women's Championship, where Zambia secured a 2-1 victory over Eswatini, a tightly contested match at the COSAFA Women's Championship. And the Copper Queens delivered a strong performance, capitalizing on their chances to claim all 3 points despite a spirited fight from Eswatini. And now we see this win boosts Zambia's campaign in the regional tournament as we continue with to push to the top honors. Your analysis of the match and how Zambia has been doing, our women, how have they been doing in this tournament or this league?
Okay, so to start with, the Copper Queens still stands as the defending champions for the Hollywood COSAFA Women's Championship. So they were playing against Eswatini, a team that I feel like Coach Charles a bit underrated, looking at the fact that he was experimenting. When you look at the lineup that he used yesterday, it was different from the very normal lineup that we are so much aware of the Copper Queens from the first game they played against Botswana. So it was a game whereby Coach Charles wanted to experience, or maybe to just experience some new tactics, because there were a lot of players that he called on board that he just wanted to give them that platform to showcase what they can do on that bigger stage, of which in the first 10 minutes it felt like it costed him, but still the girls stood up. But analyzing the game, Eswatini scored first, of which they were leading by a goal to nil. They scored first, and then not forgetting that Zambia is a team that always does comebacks and everything, so the girls didn't give up. They scored from a corner set piece from captain Agnes Musesa, who equalized for the girls. And then second half came, Avel Chitundu scored. The girls dominated and they won against Eswatini to advance to the semi-finals.
And also congratulations to our Copper Queens for winning the Hollywood COSAFA Women's Champion. And there you have our analysis from our analyst, Mr. Stephen Mwape. Any words to our sports fans as well as the team they're watching?
All right, so guys, let's support the girls. They're dominating. They're playing very well. Of course, let's also watch the games that are set to take place today, because the Copper Queens, they have now advanced to the semi-finals, and they will play a team in Group C, which is going to top Group C, which features teams like Mozambique, Namibia, and Madagascar. So there's a high possibility that Madagascar is going to qualify in that group, because if they just win against Namibia today, which means they'll qualify in advance to the last 4, which they are going to play the Copper Queens. So to our fans there, to our Zambian fans, please, let's rally on the girls. They are dominating, they are playing very well. And to the fans of sports, please, don't forget that the sports match will be live on the Information and Communications University Television, ICU TV, on Friday at 16 hours. Let's be big on sports. Let's support sports. I think that's my way to the sports fans.
Thank you so much. You've heard it. Let's rally behind our girls. Let's keep showing them support so that we bring the championship home. Don't you think?
Yeah, we're defending it, so it's coming back home.
Thank you. So that's all we had on our sports segment. We take a short break, and when we come back, we wrap it up on our ICU TV Breakfast Show. Stay tuned.
We are the dreamers reaching for the sky. At ICU, together we will rise. With knowledge and passion, we aim to achieve a future so bright, with more to believe. We're building
Are the best graduating students, masters in the School of Humanities.
From Lusaka to the world, we stand tall and strong.
Hi, I'm Genea Moyo, and I am ICU.
Thank you for still staying tuned. We've done our story pick, our headline pick. We went into our health, nutrition, and fitness segment, and we went down to your favorite part, which is what's trending on social media. And just a few minutes ago, we had it on our sports segment, and this is the part we come and say goodbye. Oh my goodness, Mishak is getting emotional.
And
not our favorite, because we love to interact with you. But before we go, let's take a quick look at the stories that made our headline pick. And H.H. Boko call for industrialization and stronger intra-African trade. And to the next, government constitutes board for National Health Research and Training Institute. And now, ICU launches second cohort of artisanal mining training, and Zanusu welcomes the school feeding program. On the other side, stolen newborn found abandoned in Kafue. And on our sports segment, Zambia beats Eswatini 2-1 at COSAFA Women's Champion. What did we have on our health and nutrition?
We had Engineer Oscar Hamangaba, who came through to just educate us on how best we can keep our water systems safe amid, floods. As we are battling with these, it might, escalate the cholera cases, and we pray it doesn't. And do your part, even as the government is doing its level best, and make sure that you do not litter, especially getting rid of garbage in the drainages. This is blocking the drainage systems, and at the end of the day, we're having uncontrollable floods. And guess what? These are the same floods that, escape into the water systems, because these same pipes have leakages here and there.
Yes, and they stem from the the blockages. So let's ensure to keep our environment safe and clean. As you know, we have the cholera cases, so we do not want stagnant water being at a place, and very unclean and unsafe water in our surroundings. So I've been your host, Amina Mutambo. Don't forget to watch our Friday edition of the ICU TV Breakfast Show. Remember, we come to you every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Do not forget to follow our Facebook page, ICU TV, and do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, ICU TV.
I have been Meshach Njakwa Edgars, and indeed, on the very behalf of our director, Madam Chakubeba Miracle Msonda, it's been a wonderful ride, and see you on the other side. And remember, our news bulletin is showing up at 12 hours, and our main news is coming at 20 hours. And in case you've got a story that you would want us to beam on, especially on the trends, feel free to just push it in our email or our DM. Once again, I am Meshach Njakwa Edgars, and from me and my colleague Amina Mtambo,
it's bye-bye.
Good morning.